Right, hey guys, let's quickly go through the steps to fix a SL-based brain affected by this current SSL certificate issue. Um, to identify that the brain is in fact affected, the clear indications would be that the brain will be in an active offline state, and that in that state, I do want to just point out that the control interface does still function. So from an end user perspective, everything should remain as normal, unless of course there's additional actions being taken on the brain, like clearing the cache or restarting the brains after clearing the cache. That would move them to an unprovisioned state. Additional things that you can look for under diagnostics would be the test WAN connections, all three: the builder, the driver, and the AMQP connections will be shown as not connected. And if you have a look at the log monitor, you'll get repeated AMQP connection issues, indicating that the certificate verification has failed or that there was an SSL exception. So if that's the case, the following steps will fix your brain without you having to do anything else. So to do that, you're going to go to our webpage, navigate to products. Under the control and management section, go to control processes, or you can just click through on one of these. Now, these steps will work for an SL-280 and an SL-240C, and also for a KC Virtual Brain 1, Virtual Brain 5, or the older Brainware 5, 25, or 50s. So we'll go to resources, and we're looking for the Brain Utility Certificate Fix version 1. So I've already downloaded that, so go there. It is important to extract the whole archive or the zip folder into its own folder, and then you just run the KC config update. Click through the Windows error issues, so it'll just run anyway. All right, so there's the utility, and all you need to do is enter in the brain's IP. In this case, it's 192.168.88.181. And hit update. Now, if you have more than one brain that you want to update or repair, you can add the additional IP addresses delimited by a comma, and the utility will just cycle through that. I've just heard the relay click on the 240C next to me, so that's busy restarting. I'll just go back to that brain info page. We'll give it, I think it's about 45 seconds typically to just come back online. And we'll notice that it just simply goes back to a fully online and active state with the control user interface available as normal. So that would be the immediate steps to just get a brain reconnected to the cloud. Once we see that that's come back online, which it should be doing around about now, notice it's going through an initialization, checking network connectivity, syncing with the cloud. Notice that the MQP is still disconnected. That will remain so until we see the brain activating, at which point the AMQP will also go green. You'll notice that the builders and the driver has recovered compared to our earlier state as well. Also go to the log monitor if you want to see some more detail there. Just remember to reload that. Alrighty, so activating, and I don't have any devices in this space. It's just the space I threw together quickly using one of the templates that's available in the folder. You'll notice AMQP is now returned as well. Brain's active online, and we can again load that control page, which again, I mean, that was available before, but nonetheless, just confirm that it is in fact there. Now, the next steps is required if you want to update the brain itself. If we go to the manager, we'll notice that it says that the brain needs to be manually updated. Now, the reason for that is in my haste to get these done today, I neglected to follow the cardinal rule of ensuring that we define the brain type. So I'll just define this as an SL-240C to the SL-240C, one down, create, publish that, go back to the manager, grab a new provisioning code, copy it, go back to the brain, under provisioning, online provisioning, paste the code, provision brain, and that'll go through the various steps, which if we want to follow along, we can find over here under the log monitor. So log monitor is under diagnostics, and then clicking log monitor will bring up the trace for what the brain states are doing as it goes through that process. Activating. All right, so if we now go back to the manager and reload that page, we'll see that the space is provisioned and the brain has an update available. So now that the cloud communications between the brain and the cloud is restored, we can simply go to the brain version and hit update. Now this process can obviously be done remotely once the brain's been repaired, but in order to run that repair utility, you do need to have direct access to the brain, whether that be via VPN or by rolling a truck, would depend on the installation. We'll just wait for that to finish and then I'll wrap up this very brief how-to. It's busy upgrading now. Brain's coming back online. Initializing. You'll notice the version's already updated to 2.10.14. Again, notice that AMQP showing offline. As I noted, that the AMQP authentication does not happen until the brain is actually activated and in an online state. So just wait for that process to complete. Activating. You'll see that green tick next to AMQP momentarily. There it is, and the brain is active and online. So those are the steps to repair an SL-based brain following this latest SSL issue. Thanks for watching, guys.